Alright, ladies and gentlemen, getting into game 2 of Tunnel Snakes versus Team 2. The series is off to a pretty incredible start so far, with that nicely played game by Team 2 taking the victory over Tunnel Snakes. We'll see if Tunnel Snakes can return with a vengeance, or if Team 2 can shut them down once and for all. Taking the second pick here, there you go. Starting the match. We'll sign the pick and ban phase any second now. Come on, there we go. So we load on in. Hey. Alright, so once again, Team 2 on the Radiant side this time. Moon Silver, Emperor playing with animals, I believe that's Zealach, Wackadoodle and Hobnob versus Tunnel Snakes with Murdo, Hans, who's swapping out for the previous, I can't remember now. Wow, Hans, he was the coach from the last match, but opting to play this time. I Can't Read, Catalyst, and Frisky Berries. Swapping out for Dominoes, I see, that's right. Okay, now, Team 2 batting out the Marcy immediately, once again. Tunnel Snakes returns with the Undying Death Prophet Tier 1 bans of this patch. Team 2, what will they ban here? Fairly standard. Batting out the Undying this time, instead of picking it or leaving it in the pool for Team 2. Although, who's first to pick? It is Tunnel Snakes, so they could have picked the Undying if he went through immediately. The Dawnbreaker ban from Team 2. Let's see what Tunnel Snakes will pick. They've got 10 seconds on the clock.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
Pretty stock standard bans as far as bans go at this point as well, with the Master Dawnbreaker. Tunnel Snakes opt to go for the Witch Doctor first of all. Okay. So Team 2 will either need an AoE stun or a silence until that Witch Doctor gets a BKB.
10 seconds to go.
Prevent any of those very annoying ultimates from Witch Doctor. It's usually how you counter it, or you just get really high amounts of armor. Team 2 they'll opt to go for the Venge. She does have a BKB piercing stun late into the game, but with an early axe will not care about dying whatsoever, as she can just continue on as the illusion, so... Excuse me. Alright, the video is there you go, stream's good. Invoker being picked up for the second pick for Team 2, fairly confident in that I guess, wow. Wackadoodle, I guess, on the Invoker mid. We'll see what he can pull from his litany of spells with this pick. Kind of imagine Invoker as like one of those stage magicians with the whole pulling a rabbit out of the hat kind of stick. And Tunnel Snakes, they take the axe for themselves this time. Taking it from the hands of Hobnob, who played pretty well with it last match, gotta say. Got some very nice calls. Together with the Witch Doctor can probably do a lot for their team. Team 2 gonna ban out that Queen of Pain, who is a pain in the butt for Mr. Invoker here to deal with. Tunnel Snakes returning with the Enigma ban. Okay. Just eating my Skittles here. Got a whole packet of them. Very tasty. The Void ban. Pretty expected. OD ban. One of my favorite bans. As an an OD that snowballs is very annoying to deal with. The Ursa ban coming out from Tunnel Snakes this time. Let's see what Team 2 respond with before their third pick.
10 seconds to go.
I know that Team 2, they need a core.
5
And they
seconds.
need another support, of course. And they only have... yeah, they need an offlane. Duh.
Radiance pick.
Gonna ban out the silencer once again, although I believe it was Tunnel Snakes that banned the silencer last time. So, gonna weigh out this timer, think about their pick a little bit, discuss it amongst their team.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds.
We'll see what they go with.
Dyer's pick.
It turns out to be the Juggernaut. So, Team 2 picking up the Jug once again. This might be Moonsilver's hero. Axe is fairly annoying for Jug, as it does. The call pierces the spell immunity
10
from Juggernaut's
seconds to go.
Blade Fury, I believe it's called. And the Witch Doctor's
5
Maledict is
seconds.
undispellable, so he will take damage from it still, if he's trying to Blade Fury away. So, not the best lineup to put the Jug against so far. Especially when they've got 2 picks to counter this Juggernaut now, so Tunnel Snakes are really going to be thinking about this. They need to shut this Juggernaut down. Team 2 showed how strong the Juggernaut can be in the first match of the series. Tunnel Snakes going with the Earth Shaker. And then the second pick is
10 seconds to go.
well, we'll have
5
to see.
seconds.
Going into reserve time here, so they're really thinking about this. Minute 30 left. They might be baiting out with this early Juggernaut pick. Team 2. Trying to get some counters for the Juggernaut so that the rest of the lineup won't be countered as heavily. They go with the Lina. Okay. This is a mid Lina. Right. Not much Lina can do against a Juggernaut who's Blade Furying towards her.
5 seconds.
Unless she just uses herself, so... Alright, Team 2, they offered up the Juggernaut to be countered, but Tunnel Snakes will just pick a fairly standard lineup, and they go with the Viper on Team 2. Okay. So that's an off-lane Viper, I believe. Could be fairly annoying to deal with. Does get pretty wrecked by Axe and Earthshaker as far as I know.
To go.
Consistent stuns and call,
5
but
seconds.
can be very annoying to deal with in return. Those poison stacks are painful. Plus the ultimate, the slow. Oh. Alright, minute left of reserve time here. Tunnel Snakes, what will they go with for their position 1? We'll see what they choose to ban first of all. Ban out the Winter Wyvern, so they expect one more support hero. Be real interesting if this Viper was a support. You did see some players that support the last patch, but it did get nerfed a little bit with those poison stacks issues. So,
5 seconds.
I believe they reduced the slow per stack or something. So you have to stack more times in order to get the same slow. Something like that. 2 minutes left of reserve time, Team 2. This is the first time they're going into reserve. I'm not sure.
Dire team ban.
They ban out the Drow. Drow, yeah, does fairly well against the enemy lineup there. completely bypassing the
10
armor of the
seconds to
Invoker.
go.
However, the rest of the lineup...
5 seconds.
Oh yeah, they just rely on their base armor as well, so Drought would be pretty strong against that. So
Radiance
I
ban.
like that ban. Finally, a Rubik ban. Oh yeah, Stolen Fisher or Stolen Witch Doctor Ult could be pretty devastating to go up against, so I like that ban as well.
10
Final
seconds.
ban here, ladies and gentlemen, for Team 2. What will they go for?
5 seconds.
We've got so much time to make up the mind. It's the Phantom Lancer ban. Okay. Viper, Venge, very single target focused. Juggernaut. Unless he gets that Maelstrom and the Battle Fury, then he's pretty weak against his PL.
10 seconds to go.
But picking a PL into an Invoker would be pretty rough. They choose to go with the Slark for the final pick. Okay, Tunnel Snakes. Right. Definitely 1v1 the Viper, I guess, but Juggernaut,
10
not so
seconds
sure
to
about
go.
that. Consistent crits, plus the
5
healing from Healing Water if
seconds.
he's got that up. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Minute 30 left. Team 2. With their final pick, what will they go for? Any second now. Thinking it through. Who's in the pool for their support position? There's still a Skyrath Mage. I'm sorry. Tunnel Snakes use it pretty effectively the last match. They could throw it back in their faces. Especially against an Axe who has to stay still to do most of his damage, really. And a silence on the Lina in the backline would be pretty significant. Plus, a silenced Earthshaker is a walking creep. Honestly. So, does counter Slark a bit too, but does get blown up by Slark in return. So, we'll have to see. Thinking it through, 20 seconds left of reserve time. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. They go with the Bloodseeker.
Time to select from all these.
Another core hero. So, is this a Viper support? It looks like it is. A little bit of a switcheroo coming out there from Team 2. I guess Tunnel Snakes did not expect for the Viper to be the support. They expected one more support hero to be picked. But that's not going to be the case. Alright. Even though it did get nerfed the last patch, Viper support could still be problematic to deal with. We'll see how well Team 2 can execute on this plan. It's kind of weird how Lina appears. She curls into standing position. I don't know. Anyway, Lifestealer again. This is the Bloodseeker this time. Being played by Hobnob on the Radiant side, Wackadoodle on the Invoker, Emperor playing this Vengeful Spirit, Viper being played here by playing with animals, I should say, and finally Moonsilver on his trademark Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Hans being the one to play the Axe this time, Catalyst on this Lina, Frisky Berries on this Witch Doctor, Murdo on the Slark, and I Can't Read bringing up the rear with this Earth Shaker. They're going for 5-man smoke straight towards this jungle position. Radiant jungle rune here. They won't be able to find anyone as the entirety of Radiant have ended up going towards the top of the map. Catalyst being the one to reveal with his face. Some great graffiti coming up from Mr. Hans, I believe, or was that Wackadoodle there? It looked yellowish, so I guess it was Wackadoodle. These two observer wards side by side. They won't even know of each other's presence there. You go, 2 bounty rooms each, both teams very happy about that. No one to die as well. Alright, a good start so far. It's going to be an Axe Earthshaker offlane here, it looks like. Leaning a mid up against this Invoker, of course, on the Slug and Witch Doctor up top lane. Up against this Bloodseeker, where's the support? Emperor Vengeful combo. And there you go, there's the Viper with the Juggernaut to harass this Axe as much as possible. Support Viper. Already taking a lot of damage. Staying right next to this Earthshaker, although he's got the stacks on his Axe, there's the slow. Hans in a lot of trouble, he will die! Playing with animals, he's very low himself, but he will be able to escape. He's got some tangos to his name. So Moonsilver, off to a great start with that pickoff. And I Can't Read, he dropped the Fisher, but there was not much that he could do about the initiation onto the Axe there, so... Meanwhile, top lane looking fairly average, a little bit of harass coming out from this Emperor Venge with the first point in Wave of Terror, which is interesting. Yeah, mid lane. Catalyst is pushing up into that high ground there, last into denies, that's what we want to see. Using those Effie voice lines. I've heard that she gets a lot of money from those, so there you go. Oh, the courier's being killed here, no. You hate to see it. Courier. Murder. Justice for couriers world over. Now there's 5 of them, so it doesn't matter too much if one of them dies, but still, the cruelty is there. As Viper... not able to fight his Axe, the Earthshaker behind him. Nice, the Slark is actually on top of the last hits there. Okay. Fairly standard so far. Bottle has been picked up for Lena already. Wackadoodle, he's a little bit behind, but still in the top 3 in terms of last hits. Leading compared to this Jug, who's just 1 last hit behind him. Although 6 denies on this Juggernaut too. Let's make that 7. That's pretty insane. Frisky Berries, Courier once again dying. That's rough. Hold on. Try to catch him with the silence won't be successful. No. It is what it is. No. Here the nose coming up. That's the denies. As I Can't Read, we'll get a nice bounty in here. Yes. Stealing that from the Radiant. Hans, nothing to his name yet, not even boots. He's waiting for this early Vanguard, I guess. That's an interesting cosmetic axe that he's got as well, this 2-handed axe thing. Very interesting. Anyway, a little bit of support piece support there as the spin onto the axe. He takes half of his health in terms of damage. A little bit of poison coming out there too. Oh, if the Viper actually levels up the break and drops that underneath the axe, that's gotta be pretty disgusting. Gotta say. Pretty rough to deal with indeed. Another courier to die! That's the second time that Viper's courier has been killed. Earthshaker with these roams. Oh my god. Playing with animals won't be able to play with his courier, it looks like. Meanwhile, a little bit of harassment in lane. Well, Lena is not winning this trade. Oof. The stacks of minus armor is pretty rough to deal with. Slark forced onto the tower to farm here. Wonder what the Bloodseeker and Venge will do about it. A bit of support boost support. Nice, Emperor definitely winning that trade. Maybe a missile would have been good there, but who knows. As in silver, he took half of his health and damage thanks to the call from before, but he should be fine. A TP towards top as Earthshaker is coming in. Emperor did die to the Slark, finally jumping in, getting the kill there thanks to the Witch Doctor as well, the Paralyzing Cask. They weren't able to catch this Bloodseeker who's got quite a bit of move speed thanks to his thirst. He will be able to escape for now, I believe, or maybe not. Catalyst. No, nicely done by Hobnob to recognize the mid laner was missing and potentially going after him, so there you go. Meanwhile, Frisky is pretty low here. Emperor was hoping to get something done. He did die in the first place, so he wants vengeance. Oh, Slark with the pounce. Hobnob, he should be fine. Only losing 2 of each attribute there for a short duration. Meanwhile, they spot out this Viper here. It's gonna take this creep camp away from them. No pulls for you, Mr. Viper. But Moonsilver, he's still in this lane. He's having a time of his life. Farming up a storm. 26 last hits to his name, 12 denies. Meanwhile, 32 up top, Murdo. And 14 denies. So, winning in that end. That's the sound of the Bloodseeker taunt. I hope for game 3, but I am not a huge fan of Tunnel Snake's draft. Indeed, Fred. Indeed. We'll have to see how well it goes for them. Oh god, Catalyst. He might get blown up. Yes, he does. The damage coming out from the Invoker combos there caught him by surprise. He used the Frost. Yeah, the Cold Snap plus the Chaos Meteor into the Deafening Blast. Nicely done by Wackadoodle, picking up the easy kill there. Lena did have the ultimate. Oh, we'll get a second kill with that Sunstrike. Well done. I believe that was no Rupture yet, actually. He just got stunned into the Sunstrike. That's very nicely done. However, Emperor did get left behind. Murder will pick up a kill there. And he's got a Hand of Midas, so trying to farm at the same speed as the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Juggernaut, talking about him, he ended up going a little bit too far forward, plus this rotation from the Lena after she died means that she can go bot and take a free pick off there. Viper has to be careful. He almost got hit with that Fisher, almost got revealed there, in fact. But he will be fine for the moment. Catalyst is still hanging around, but will end up walking back to mid. While Invoker does a little bit of damage to the tower there. There you go, not opting to go back down for another gank. Going to go back to mid, which is being held by this Earthshaker for the moment. Alright. Emperor. Hobnob is fairly low here. Not quite in vision, I guess. Oh, he goes in. But this was a mistake as the immediate pounce from the Slark plus the stun, from the Witch Doctor. And that's a very easy kill for this Bloodseeker. A little bit of a mistake there from this Bloodseeker, I guess. But, it is what it is. Slark picks up another kill. Very happy about that. Wackadoodle though, he's still in the lead with these 3 kills of his. Wait, does Slark have 3 as well? Oh yes, he does. Never mind. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Dominating, I guess.
Hans wants to join and be an analyst. Just 1
Dominating
second.
performance.
Give me a moment. I might have someone to join me here. Loading now, about 30 seconds. Alright, we might have an analyst on the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just tell him to, hey. Alright, hello and welcome Mr. Hans to the cast. We have Team 2 versus Tunnel Snakes. How are you going today, man?
Yeah, pretty good yourself.
Pretty good, in fact, yeah. Just watching this match. Ooh, a little bit of an initiation coming out here. This Axe is in a lot of trouble. Actually will fall to that Sunstrike. Well played by Wackadoodle. Mega kill streak for him. Turns out this Axe has the same name as you, Hans. How about that?
He has been working on his offlane, which is good.
That's good. Alright. Do you think he's stolen your name, or who got the name of Hans first?
Oh, it's a bit hard to say.
A bit hard to say. Ooh.
Yeah.
You might have to 1v1 mid for the for the name or something.
Oh. If that's the
We'll
case,
see.
I'll definitely lose.
Oh no. Where's the confidence? Come on, man.
Oh, terrible at mid.
Alright, what do you think about these lineups, by the way? Ooh, Frisky Berries, by the way, getting killed underneath his tower. Hobnob will pick up a kill there. Oh, no, wait, that goes the way of Viper, meanwhile. I can't read. Trying to find this Bloodseeker. Hans is coming as well, but he will be able to escape, it looks like. Vengeful Spirit is here with the stun. Not able to do too much. Why is the Viper up here as well? He's in a lot of trouble. Trying to set up for this kill onto the Earthshaker. They will get it, in fact. Nice Rupture from Hobnob coming out. Swapping out this Viper, but Viper just walks right back in. Alright, nice fight coming out here, but this Hobnob guy is a little bit low. The Maledict
Dominating performance.
won't be enough to kill him, I believe. Oh, in fact it did! I will eat my words as that top tier 1 falls.
Tower has fallen.
Playing with animals will survive. I believe that's Zealach, right? Do you know Hans?
Sorry, what was that?
This playing with animals, that's Zealach, right?
Is under siege.
Possibly.
Possibly?
Yeah, not sure.
Alright, oh. Murder. Do you see, are you watching the stream right now, or are you watching the live footage?
I was a bit too late for the live footage, so I'm watching the stream, which is obviously delayed.
Ah, sure, okay. If you
Yes.
want, I can try and live stream it to you on Discord.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, then you'll be able to see it as I see it, and
Excellent.
it might be a lot easier for you. Alright, let me know how you're going. Can you see everything?
Bottom tower is under siege.
Let me know once it's loaded.
But
It's good?
Yep.
Alright. Now let's hope my laptop can handle this, because it didn't really do too well the last time, but should be fine this time. We might have fixed it up after last time's issues. As, look at that, 12 kills to 6. Team 2 once again in the lead for the second match of the series, 13 minutes in, sorry, and a 4k net worth lead. Just looking at this Lena, she's got her travel boots already, opting for an early BKB. Wackadoodle got his travel boots as well, got that Midas as well as that Slark. Okay, a little bit of copycat back and forth between these two teams. Alright, so, Hans. So, I didn't get your thoughts before on the lineup of Team 2 and Tunnel Snakes. What do you think about the draft so far?
Dire's got a good mix of like lockdown, magic, and physical damage.
Yeah, true. Oh, is this a death? No, it's not quite. Catalyst, in fact, is the one to fall there from that initiation. Dropping that Laguna, but not enough to kill the Invoker, unfortunately. Ooh. So a good mix of physical, did you say, for Team Spirit? Team 2, sorry, not Team Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. This, what did you think of the Viper support? That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it is quite interesting. Obviously, it would have been absolute cancer in lane.
Oh yeah, it's been so far. Especially giving that slow for the Juggernaut to pick up the kills with the Blade Fury. Very rough for the Axe and Earthshaker to deal with. 2 melees up against that. Pretty rough. Oh, they might try for something here. 5-man down the bottom lane. Frisky does not have the smokes yet. They're just going to initiate with the pounce. Bloodseeker returns with the silence on the floor, but this is a Div Viper on the side. His dominating kill streak is over. Meanwhile, Hobnob trying to get on out of there. Won't be able to escape. Emperor to fall as well. That's a 3 deaths on the side of Team 2. Trading the life of the Slark for that though. Wackadoodle, I believe that's another Sunstrike kill. He's finding them all over the place. My god. Nice communication there.
Yeah, this Imbo seems to be all over it, eh?
Yeah. He, is this the main hero of Wackadoodle, do you know?
I do not know.
Alright. I guess we'll say that it is, and if it turns out to be wrong, we'll take that. Alright.
Yep.
Bottom tier 1 to fall. The TP on out of there. Will escape from Hobnob's clutches for the moment. This Axe, very rough start so far. He's almost got his blink 16 minutes in. Only got that Vanguard to his name so far. Very rough. So who's your favourite hero, Hans? Who do you like to play?
Oh, I like to play a few. Before they, because the last couple of patches nerf Earthshaker, so I enjoyed Earthshaker.
Alright, so what do you think of I Can't Read's Earthshaker so far? He did some very nice roaming early on, getting those courier snipes.
Looking at his items now, if I was him, I'd just skip the Arcane Boots right now, just get Blink. Like, he needs Blink now.
Fair enough, yeah, to follow up on to the Axe initiation, I guess, or to initiate himself.
Yeah, and getting the Arcane Boots is just going to put him behind.
It's going to put him behind for the moment, I see.
Yeah,
Alright.
as in, like, it's just adding more time. More
true.
time.
Alright, Hans, he's got that Blink Dagger now. Is there another name I can give this Axe? I'll just call him the Axe so there's no confusion, I guess. The Axe has the Blink Dagger, although the Radiant is here behind them. They will be able to catch up. An Atos coming out from this Bloodseeker. Did not expect that at all. Wackadoodle will pick up that easy kill. The setup there from the Bloodseeker. Godlike spree for this Invo. Meanwhile, Frisky, he tried to drop the ult. The swap though to cancel, and that's another kill for this Invoker beyond Godlike.
Double kill.
His net worth is insane. Let's actually swap over to that. Meanwhile, unfortunately, the Bloodseeker did die to the Maledict. Yeah, look at that. Invoker in the lead with 10k net worth. Nearly 11k, in fact. Oh my god. What has he got so far? Got the BKB. He's using the Hand of Midas off cooldown, which is, you love to see it. Alright, no BKB as of yet for this Lina as well. It's pretty rough.
Who won the first game?
Team 2 did. Convincingly, in fact, with this Moonsilver Juggernaut. They really could not do much about him, so... he's differentiating from his build a little bit though, opting for this Blink Dagger next instead of the Basher. So, but this is a fairly similar build to what he did last game. And Team 2, they were the one with the Axe as well. I believe it was being played by Hobnob here to great success. Jumping in, getting 3-man calls with the Juggernaut to follow up. Worked out very well for Team 2. So, ooh, Sunstrike coming out, Frisky Berries, he just gets annihilated from half health. Very rough. I believe that was a Rapture setup. No, it wasn't. He was just standing there thanks for Atos, I believe. Ooh. Meanwhile, Catalyst, he gets caught out the BKB, so there's nothing that he can do in return. Wackadoodle picking up these kills all over the place once again. If you were in Team Tunnel Sneak's boots right now, how would you deal with this Invoker?
You'd have to jump him in the fights.
You would, wouldn't you? Maybe an Axe Initiation into Earthshaker follow-up. Slug used to be on him, right?
Wouldn't. I was gonna say no, scratch that. You'd need the Venge first, because no matter who you jump on first, if the Venge is there, it's immediate save.
That's true, yeah. So they catch him without the Venge, or you kill the Venge off first.
They need to pick off, and once they go pick off, they need to just Death Ball to the map and take another team fight.
That's it. Ooh. Dodging that stun, the Light Strike Array does not succeed. Meanwhile, Hulkno, he's a little bit far forward. Can they catch anyone here with his Atos? Maybe not. Oh, there's a Rupture coming out. The Axe will have to stand still for the moment. And the initiation onto the Lina, the damage from this Invoker once again, but the Axe, he jumps in with the call. Nice catch on 2 with the follow-up from the Earthshaker. It's not enough to bring down the Invoker though. Oh, the Maledict, never mind, they bring him down finally. And there you go, the Vengeful Spirit was not there to help out the Invoker. Took her time coming all the way up from bottom lane. And it's exactly as you said, they caught out the Invoker without the Vengeful to help out. And that was enough to get the kill onto the Venge and this Earthshaker as well, by the way. Moonsilver just rushing in there. With most of his team dead, he's getting a huge Omni Slash, by the way. The silence as well, there's no escape, triple kill for this Juggernaut. Unfortunate, that's a team wipe for Team Snakes, Tunnel Snakes I should say. They had a really great initiation here from the Axe with the follow-up damage, but they had nothing left for this Juggernaut at the end. Oh my god, and he just cleans house. There you go, he's gonna start hitting that top tower. Did you notice anything that I missed there? Yeah?
In that last fight, that Earthshaker had to spend several seconds walking up to try and do his dunk. It's
true, he does not have that Blink Dagger yet, so he had to spend that time to walk on up there. Pretty rough.
And not just the AK Slam, which everyone knows is a great combo with Blink. It's just being able to position for your fishes.
That's it, so, to get those blocks and whatnot, right? Oh, that's a dead Hobnob. That's so many abilities for this one Bloodseeker. They really hate him. The break, so there's no steals. Playing with animals. We'll have to back on out of here.
Yeah, that... what pick was Viper? Because that break to counter Slark and Axe is top notch.
Very huge. Yeah, so I believe it was 4th pick in the pick and bans. The Axe was 2nd pick on Tunnel Snakes after the Witch Doctor, so...
And they still pick Slark into the Viper?
Yes, they did. The final pick was the Slark.
Interesting.
Very rough, yeah. So, I believe they banned the Phantom Lancer, and the only good carrier, Agi carrier I should say, that they had left in the pool was Mr. Slark, and the 4-man smoke coming out. Although they did have Terrorblade, which he doesn't have passives to worry about under the Viper, so...
Yeah.
Could have been an option there. Maledict, the ult won't last that long. Damage coming in from Murder, but he will have to back on out once again. Popping his ult once more. They're trying to chase for more. Moonsilver, he's very strong, and he knows it. Look at that, 14.7k net worth for this Juggernaut. I did not catch that. Where did that happen? I can't read, picking off a lone Bloodseeker there. And he's
neither did I.
Yeah.
Must have been possibly Maledict.
Yeah, the Maledict damage is pretty significant. Can't dispel it as well, so...
And Jog did get his Basher.
Oh, he did indeed. Let's have a look at that. Yes, he did. So he's still got this Blink Dagger and the Quick Buy for some reason, but
We might want to
might be opting for that later on. Echo Saber on the Slark, going for the Depth Shroud next. Finally a Blade Mail on this Axe. Okay, Tunnel Snakes, they might be able to recoup in this game. Claw back a little bit of an advantage. Maybe a 5-man smoke here with the smokes that Witch Doctor has. We will have to see. Oh, an Axe from the Slark. I did not notice that as well. Okay. How, have you played a lot of Slark before or recently?
I have not. I've tried playing him a handful of times, and whenever I'm up against him, he does really well against me, and I don't do well against him.
Oh, I see. Because I'm not sure about this Aghanim's pickup against a Bloodseeker myself. Especially with the Rupture in the field, but maybe it will work out for him this game, as they do manage to pick off the Bloodseeker up top once again. Dying twice in a row, very rough.
Alright, so right now, they picked off the Bloodseeker, but then they all fell back. They don't even have a tier 2 tower mid nor top. They should have kept pushing to take that top tier 1.
Right, maybe it looks like they're rotating towards the Invoke here, but he stepped forward a little bit far. In fact, he does get caught by the Axe. This is a 5-man gank. There you go, he's very dead.
Disregard, that was totally worth it.
That's totally worth it, you say. There you go. Now they can push mid without this Invoker. In fact, they're going to go towards bot lane instead. Murdo opting to farm a little bit more. He needs a basher, I guess. And BKB onto the Witch Doctor. Wow.
Gaia would be really good, because a lot of their disables will just be nullified by BKB.
Indeed. This Venge will be nullified until that 25 talent, at least. I guess she's got the Nether Swap. That pierces immunity? Yes, it does. Does that pierce? Yes, it does as well.
So the Viper Strike on Viper, the slow pierces BKB, but no damage.
No damage pierces. Okay, right. And it's very short range as well, so...
Yep.
Okay, they're pushing through the Radiant Jungle. Let's see if they can catch out the Viper here, or this Vengeful Spirit. Oh, they're going to spot out the Slark, in fact. The follow, Slark not willing to initiate on that, they're going to back off for now. Okay.
DD solo mid.
Yeah, that's right. He gets caught out by this Earthshaker who's got his Blink Dagger finally. The call is off the mark, however, not able to catch his Invoker. Break to follow. Axe does have to get on out of there. But he should be fine after that. A little bit of a miss. But it is what it is. Blink Dagger is available. He's still got that Echo Slam on this Earthshaker, but they're going to back off for the moment. Shadow Blade on the Lina. Okay. Right. Won't be able to help too much against the Bloodseeker's Thirst Vision when she's low. But in the meantime, might be able to allow her to escape. So we will see how this goes. 27, nearly 28 minutes into this match. 24 kills to 17. 5k net worth lead for Team 2. And what do you think of this Bloodseeker build? Kind of counterintuitive to build the Atos when you have Rupture available, right?
He's building the Atos for the Blood Right. That's what he wants.
Just for the silence itself?
Yeah, especially if you silence Witch Doctor and Lina. I think it's more for Lina, the lockdown, rather than Witch Doctor. Right. And the Slark. Screwed.
Yeah, it does get kind of countered pretty hard by this Bloodseeker, that Slark indeed. In fact, 4-man smoke coming into this dire jungle here. Slark barely avoiding it so far, although they'll spot him against those creeps. There's the Rupture. And that Atos into the silence, like you said, plus the damage follow-up. There you go, he dies to the Rupture. Unfortunate for Team Tunnel Snakes. While Moonsilver in the backline, managing to pick off frisky berries. Getting caught out there with the Basher. Maledict will survive through that. They're going to push for that tier 3 top as well now. Maybe after getting this outpost. There you go. Good neutrals coming out. So that's the main reason you picked this Bloodseeker, is it to get the silence and counter this. Although the Slug was the final pick, so pretty rough indeed against this Bloodseeker.
So I imagine when they pick Bloodseeker, it's possibly, you know, it's a good counter to Lena and Witch Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
But again, once you get that silence on Slark, and he hasn't done his Q, he's kind of screwed.
Yeah, he's dead in the water, isn't he? Not much you can do there. This Axe is solo in this Radiant jungle. Will be fine for the moment. As the pressure is there, they're trying to pressure this high ground. I was wondering if there was a jump from somebody there, but looks like I'm gonna leave them be for the moment.
For the twins.
Witch Doctor aiming for the Glimmer Cape next, as well as the Shard. Earthshaker going for the Force Staff next. Okay, so a lot of mobility for this Earthshaker, the Blink Dagger and the Force Staff. Silver Edge, Catalyst, he's trying to initiate something. The Pounce is there just off the mark. That will be a Ruptured Slark. He's trying to escape. Will take that damage and TP on out. It's not so good for Catalyst, however, she will fall. This poor Lena indeed. Atos on the Earthshaker, he will be able to get on out of there. Not the same for Frisky. Got caught out as well. That's 2 dead on Tunnel Snakes. Make that 3 as Earthshaker to fall as well. Only a buyback on this Earthshaker. Hounds also very low. He gets taken out by this Omni Slash. This is not what you want on Team Tunnel Snakes. They're getting picked off one by one. The damage is there. The Echo Slam coming out, but it doesn't do anything. That's a dieback on this Earthshaker. Fortification coming out, but it's not going to be long until this tier 3 tower falls. Only the Slark to survive. Oh my god. It's looking like it will be a 2-0 so far. Team 2 completely dominating this series.
I don't see them coming back after this.
Yeah, especially with that 14k net worth lead. Very rough. Okay, Atos there, keeping that Slark at bay. Laguna Blade coming out. Trying to do what they can, but that nice tornado from Wackadoodle. I was looking for Eels, I was wondering where that came from, but Bench does get left behind, so she will die. And the Pounce is off the mark, not able to keep that Invoker in place. He TPs on out safely. Wish I could see that fight recap still, but oh well. Lena caught out once again, the BKB pop, but it doesn't do anything. While the Shard is there for this Juggernaut, enables him to attack through the Blade Fury, so not what you want. There's no buyback as well. Lena dead for 45 or so seconds. Can they get another lane of racks here? Will they? Wait, they still have Aegis, don't they? Yes, they do, for another minute 50 seconds. Okay. Alright, do you have any advice you would give to Tunnel Snakes here, Hans? For future games?
Feeling... I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. They need a little bit... When I say team cohesion, it's just a few of the fights I've seen so far where someone gets caught out and the rest of the team's coming in, but by that time
it's too late.
All of Team 2 is just waiting for them. So they walk in outmanned, out of position. They're not walking in as 5, they're walking in 1 by 1.
That's it. It's very rough, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so in future Team Tunnel Snakes, a little bit more communication, a little bit more teamwork. It's getting picked apart.
Yeah,
here.
I definitely don't like. They're not bad in any way. They are not bad at all. It's just, I think maybe Team 2 is just the better team today.
Looks like it. As the GG comes out, that's it for Game 2 of the series. Team 2 will take this convincing 2-0. And any second this Ancient will pop, right? Unless they cancelled it.
Dyer's middle
I mean, the
tower-
Jug and Bloodseeker did die there.
Not that I care one way or the other.
See the fight
Dyer's
recap
middle
there
tower
as
has
well.
fallen.
Slark trying his best, but look at the damage output from the Juggernaut and the Bloodseeker as well. Oh my god. Even though they did
Dyer's
die.
bottom tower is under siege.
Sorry, that's my friend there. Did you see that on the stream? I bet you did. Oh man. Actually, the Invoker has a Scythe of Ice. Yeah, there's no coming back, unfortunately. This is pretty rough. Normal items from his Earthshaker. Even like a 5-man Echo Slam, do you think that would turn the tides?
No.
No. You're very confident in that. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, they did take out Viper. There's only 2 survivors left on Team 2. Not able to find any more though. They're gonna back off for now. Oh, Naganim's on the Vengeful Spirit as well, so even if they do initiate and pick off the Venge, she can still come back with her illusion.
Didn't they call GG?
They did, but I believe they cancelled it. You know how the pop-up comes up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they must have cancelled it after the 2 deaths on Team 2. They are getting a couple of kills here though. Although Hobnob, he's running rampant throughout the team now. He's got his BKB as well. Oh, the Echo Slam holding them in place for this Witch Doctor Death Ward. That's a surprising turnaround. In fact, they do take down 4 in that fight. Trading the lives of the Slark and the Lina. However, Slark, no buyback for 90 seconds. What can the Juggernaut do by himself? He's going to initiate right onto this Earthshaker, who 4 staffs away. Moonsilver might get caught out. Oh, big Omni! That's 2 dead. Yeah, he just wins this game by himself. Oh, the Witch Doctor actually survived using his Voodoo Switcheroo. Wow. That's a hard name to remember. Voodoo Switcheroo. Wow. Lina put it out. Damage. Can they actually get this kill? They do! That's huge.
Very
Okay, no
surprising.
buyback on the Juggernaut or Bloodseeker. No Invoker for another 30 seconds. Only the 2 supports at this point. And Team 2 actually finding a little bit of success, maybe a little bit too late for the victory, but evening up the score a little bit. They'll feel a little bit better about themselves after this game. Viper's trying to harass a little bit, might be a bit too scary there. He's gonna back on out. Rackadoodle's here as backup. This is pretty much a waiting game at this point, right? It's just waiting for this Juggernaut to respawn, then Team 2 will mobilize and push for the victory, I guess.
That's what I expect.
Yeah. We will see how it goes. Although it'll be pretty hype if there's a turnaround after this, gotta say. No future items on the quick buy for this Lina. Does she have buyback? No. Let's see buyback status now. Only the Juggernaut and the Viper. The entirety of Dire, no buyback. Not good for them. They were brought back in the last couple of fights. So this next push will probably be the GG push from T2. Juggernaut to respawn. He doesn't have travel boots. Still saving for that buyback, so he cannot buy it yet. Oh no, never mind. he bought anyway. He's fairly confident that this will be the final push and end. Okay. Defending this tower. Alright, so you say you play a lot of Earthshaker, so are you an offlane or position 4 player? Or
Position 4 Earthshaker.
position 4 Earthshaker, right, okay, so this will be a fairly standard build for you, except just the ordering was wrong, right, for you?
Just for the timing, so I do go Arcane Boots then Blink, but if it's taking too long, I'll just go straight to Blink after Brown Boots.
I see, alright. Just depends on how your game goes in the early few minutes, right?
Yeah, I personally also would have gone heals in this rather than 4-stuff.
Fair enough.
Because
Yeah, with all those
4-stuff,
silences and ruptures and whatnot. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and Malphite coming out. Juggernaut in a bit of trouble. He's alive for the moment, but will fall to the Maledict. Wackadoodle, he's doing his best. He's a little bit low, but the BKB pop will catch up this Earthshaker. Hobner will pick up that kill. It's double, triple kill, in fact, for him. A buyback from Earthshaker. Must have just been able to afford that. Will take down the Invoker, who buys back himself. Must have barely just got those back, as these barracks soon to fall. Juggernaut is alive once again. And he's just going straight for this Ancient. I can't read, doing all he can to help out his Slug. Trying to run in there, but the silence, no! Not able to get the Fisher off. And there's the second time that the GG gets called. Yeah, 4 dead, no buyback. Earthshaker to die as well. Full team wipe. And they're hitting the Ancient. There you go, for real this time. That's a Team 2 victory! They take the series 2-0. Well played by both teams. We just saw who's the better team for today. There you go.
Should we do a interview for Team 2?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it possible for you to message someone? I'm just lagging out a bit here.
Yep, stand by.
Alright.
I'll jump into one of the channels and ask.
No worries, I'll just have a look at the scoreboard in the meantime. I'll just have a look at the post-game analysis. Checking out Moonsilver once again, getting a nice 24k net worth lead. Are you inviting someone?
I can't directly join the channel. I think Chess's is right now.
Ah,
I'm just trying to message them now.
It's interesting though, because Domino's, he got subbed in for this Axe player here, so they swapped for this second match, and he was coaching instead. So maybe they were hoping for the Axe to be better. I'm not sure. Oh, that's my dog. Murdo, he's up for the interview. Alright, let's invite him over. Which one's Murdo?
That is a good question.
Aha. Alright, hello, hello.
What
So, how did you find those matches? Tunnel Snakes,
Oh,
that's
that was
pretty rough.
they're pretty rough. First game, their draft was so dominant mid game. They like did really well in their offlane, and that meant that the map got small real fast. And
Yeah,
then,
I
we
saw
ended up-
you went for a Skarath Mage plus the Legion lineup, and it got counted very hard by that Shadow Demon pick, didn't it?
Oh, totally. Yeah, and then also we didn't really have. We also needed to play that very conservatively that first game, but we didn't. We kind of got a bit blood hungry when there was some opportunities, and that led into like massive swings because they had great counter initiation.
That's true.
I played really badly on the lifesteal of that game as well. I could have gone, instead of trying to re-engage with everyone, I should have just been basically leaving them all to do their antics and go north and just like stay top lane, farm a
Fair
jungle, and then
enough.
like lifesteal ult away. But you know, that was definitely a hard game. That game was pretty over pretty quickly, but
That's it.
very good.
2020 vision and all that. What about the second match here?
So
Going up against the
second
Juggernaut
match.
again.
Yeah, Juggernaut was strong, man. He farmed like a demon. It was crazy. You know, I got Midas at like 9 minutes. I know it's pretty greedy, but they kept sniping my courier, so I was like, well, if you're just gonna make me hold my gold, then I'm just gonna I'm just gonna buy Midas.
Fair enough.
And then and then yeah, we just like again the map got quite small. He did a really good job of just basically containing like farming the entire map and getting a massive advantage. I think even with Midas, he was still 3 levels ahead of me. And then
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty intense. I think one thing that we need to do better is like farm timings and then go from there. We were kind of constantly just trying to scrap out, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to chase for kills and whatnot. Hans, do you have any questions for Murdo here?
No, I don't.
Okay. Right.
Easy win.
Sweet. All right. What else can I say here? So, just in future, how would you change your tactics or whatnot? Just making sure you go for those timings, trying to not chase for kills. Maybe group up
Yeah,
as five.
I think so. And also like in that game, we had some opportunities for space, and then we kind of got confident and like split up, and then that led to picks, and that led to the ultimate like snowball. We were playing from behind with their like pos 1 and 2 really far ahead, but it still means that when you're like 5 and they're really strong, there's always more opportunities that way. So yeah, I think it's just playing better zone Dota, and then like making sure that we get our item timings and capitalizing that space that happens in that mid game, because especially against that team that love to like dominate that like safe lane jungle.
Very true.
And and just making sure you don't play into their game, which is like getting straight into it. And, like,
Right. Yeah.
OG drafters boys, they smash it. I love it. It's fun to play against though. It's like very very stressful, but it's very fun. So yeah.
Nice. You did find a little bit of success once they breached your high ground and you managed to get a few kills on the cores there. It looked like you might be able to swing it in the favor, but once again they took the fight convincingly, unfortunately. And yeah. Oh, can you tell me about
good swipe backs.
why Domino's swapped out for Hans there, the axe?
Oh, we just got 6 players and we're going for rolls. Like so, basically we're rolling rolling before game, and then we're just choosing the 5 that managed to get in. So we like to make sure that everyone can play Dota. Yeah,
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
that's fun. Plus, Hans is good on the offlane with the axe. Viper's obviously pretty hard counterpick to that. And then
It's true. Yeah.
going from there. And I think it's just one of those things where, like, if you have a draft where you're trying to create space, if you get pretty dumped by counterpicks or in lane or something, it makes that so much harder to kind of get that ball rolling and feel like when you're strong and when you're not strong. And then there was a couple moments in that last game, where we were kind of like bashed into submission, I guess. So we felt very timid, where we could have probably taken some opportunities. But you never know, they might have turned into massive like counter wipes as well. So
That's
who
true.
knows,
That's true. Yeah. Who will?
Oh, I did have a question.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
So, would you still pick the Slark? Like, do you reckon the Slark was the good pick here or not?
Actually, after we picked the Slark, I reckon the anti-mage might have been a little bit better, just to like compete with the Jug farm and then be able to do a lot more split antics to kind of break down that like kind of lane dominance and pressure. And plus, because they didn't have very many reliable stuns, so that's always a good time. But the Slark also worked really well. I think what I could have done is I like the eggs, but I didn't use it very well. And then I tried to man fight the Bloodseeker, but I probably should have waited until I had Skadi for that. There was a lot of like need to get something that could mean that I could just kind of stay there and gain stacks. But every time I tried to do that, I'd just get blown up. So yeah, that or maybe BKB early as well. But I did like the Slark. I think I could have played better to capitalize on that space and that farm I had at the start of the game. Yeah.
Very nicely put. Very eloquent. Thank you for joining for this interview. I really appreciate it.
Okay, guys.
All right. And I appreciate you letting me cast these games. That was really cool.
Oh, dude, thanks for doing it. It's always fun. MVP.
Cheers, man. All right. I might let you go and try and get someone from Team 2 as well. And,
Yeah, sweet, man.
Yeah, thanks for joining, and I hope to see you another time.
Cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, see you guys in the future. Peace out.
Yeah, see you guys.
Yep.
Oh, chat. All right,
I
let's see
think
if we can
Moon Silver
invite
said he would.
Moon Silver. Let's go. I'll move into the casting. There we go. All right. Hello, Moon Silver. How'd you go?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. 2 victories.
Yep.
So, just had a couple of questions for you. How do you feel after those 2 matches, of course?
Pretty confident. Yeah, pretty good.
Your team pretty handedly shut the enemy team down, gotta say. Playing the Juggernaut in both games, so I guess you were very comfortable picking it as well. Only the 3rd pick. Not even saving it for the second match, so...
No, well, they were hard fiending after Jug. Especially that first game. That first game was like they just picked the CM and we knew they were going Jug, so
Right. So
we felt it was like we don't have much. We don't have data or anything. We just felt from the way they were drafting, Jug was their go-to.
I see. So you picked it more to counter them instead of actually setting up for your own draft. I see.
Yeah, it was a deny pick for sure.
Huh. Well, it worked out pretty well. I especially liked in first game. I mentioned this before, but the Shadow Demon into the Skywrath, not Juggernaut, Legion Commander combo, completely denying what they bring, and yeah, shutting them down from an earlier point. So, is that Zealach on your team that was playing the Shadow Demon? Yeah.
Oh no! It was Merlin playing the Shadow
Oh,
Demon.
it's Merlin. Oh, right, my bad. Merlin, and you played the Viper for their second game, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Okay.
Yeah. I think our drafting was really solid these 2 games.
For sure, yeah.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
And the little bait and switch with the Viper there, picking it not as a core but as a support there in the end.
Yeah,
So
we never intended it for a core. It was always going to go in the lane with the axe.
I see. Yeah, because I saw there was support bands coming up after that, so Tunnel Snakes, they were expecting the final support to be picked, but that left you room to pick that Bloodseeker up. So
Yeah, the Bloodseeker was more a response to the Slark. We thought about banning the Slark, but I think we thought we were okay with the Viper if they picked Slark. Yeah, it was still tricky. I think the Slark put in a lot of work, but I think that hero's busted right now anyway.
Righto, yeah. Well, even so, you do manage to take the series 2-0 and in a convincing fashion, so nicely done for Team 2. Well played. Hans, do you have any questions?
Yeah, it's just about your jog build. So you pretty much build the same items in the exact same order. Like, is like that a go-to? Was that like responding to how the game was playing out? Like, why are those items in that order?
Well, I think Maelstrom is probably the best farming item on Jug. And so you just go that first. And then the Manta was really necessary in the first game against the Sky because they got the silence.
For sure, yeah.
And it's also just a really solid damage item on Jug as well. And the first game I went Mjolnir first, I think, and then for the Basher.
Yeah,
in this game,
Basher,
I went
right.
Blink, Shard, Basher earlier, just because we needed an extra bit of initiation. So it's very, like, the items are similar, yeah, but not quite the same, I don't think. But I think Manta Mjolnir is sort of just nuts damage.
Just core
especially
for
on Jugs.
Juggernaut. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I saw you had that Blink Dagger on the quick buy for quite a while, since early into the match, so you had that in mind for most of the game.
We needed extra jump, I think, and I think it put in a lot of work with the Basher. Just
Very
jump
nice.
onto Lena or the Earthshaker and Witch Doctor too, and I think the Basher timing also lined up with Witch Doctor's BKB really well too, which is nice.
Ooh, right. Very true. Okay, thanks for joining us for this interview, and enjoy your victory. Are you guys gonna? Do you have like any celebration or something that you guys do, or?
No, we're sort of still thinking about finals right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Just thinking about drafts and things for that. So we're preparing for that now.
All right. Well, good luck to you in future, and
Thanks.
We'll see you some other time. Hopefully to cast more games of yours. All right. Cheers,
Yeah,
man.
cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Hans.